Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. So today I'm gonna show you all how I spool my reel with a new fishing line. Okay, the reel which I'll be putting the line on is from Shimano, and this is called the Shimano Stella 6000 HD HW, and this is one of the top end reels from Shimano, and the line which I'll be putting on is from Berkeley, and this is called the Berkeley Whiplash 8, and the thickness on this braid is just 8 mm. Okay, you can see the thickness of this braid is just 8 mm, and the strength of the braid is almost 13 kgs, and it's 300 meters. So it's one spool of 300 meters is enough for me for a full season. So this braid I got specially for surf casting, and this is a very thin braid. So I'll be casting almost like only 40 to 50 gram is the max I'll be casting on this braid. First I'll open the package and see how it looks. So I've used Berkeley Whiplash like many times. I've been using this braid for like almost 3 years now, and I trust these braids. These are one of the best braids I have ever used. Okay, and I've used the crystal. I think it's called the crystal, the white Berkeley Whiplash. It's white in color. This is the green one, and I just got this. Got it from Dubai. Okay, you don't get this in India anywhere. I searched a lot of them, like a lot of places I searched. You don't get them here. I think Cabral Outdoors has Berkeley Whiplash, but it's like 14 mm, I think. I'm not sure, and it's I think only 120 meters. It's very difficult to get these braids, and they are very expensive braids. This braid I got around 3,500, and I trust this braid, but I never use the green color, the moss green. So I'll be using this braid, and I'll show you all how to spool the braid on your reel. So this is how I spool. Okay, many people have many ways. This is how I spool, and it works for me perfectly. So there are two options. Okay, one is like this. You can see the spool. So there is a hole for every braid. There will be a hole. You can put your pen inside, and you can tell someone to hold the braid like this with a pen. This pen is little thick, so I can't put this, but you can put the like this. You can put like remove the other side and just hold this like this, and you can tell the other partner to hold, and you can reel with your reel. So first I'll be doing is like I'll take a bowl, I'll put some fresh water in it, and I'll soak it for around like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll soak it and I'll come back to you. So the first thing I'll do is soak the braid in fresh water. So this is a bowl with fresh water, and I'll soak it for about like 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll just keep some weight on the braid so it stays inside, and I'll show you what's the next step. Okay, so first is soaking the braid with fresh water. So I've soaked the spool for almost 30 minutes, and then I'll take the second section of the rod, the bottom section of the rod, and I'll take the line from the big guide and wrap the line for the reel almost 2 to 3 times, and then I'll tie a arbor knot for the spool. So I'll do that, and I'll show you the next step. Remember always not to leave a big tag end for the knot, and now I'll start reeling. So he'll keep the spool, show the pen in between the spool, and he'll hold the spool tight, so the braid goes like very firmly on the spool. So I'll start reeling now. So in the middle, pause and check the line if it's going tight on the spool, okay, and it should be equally distributed on the spool. If it's loose, you'll get a wind knot on your first cast only. So always check the line in the middle and that it's tight and it's equally distributed. If it's not equally distributed, so it's something wrong with your spool, or inside the washers is missing or something. So always check this in the middle. So the new spool is over, and but the braid is not at the level, so the braid should be at this level. You can see this the gap, the cut on the spool, it should be right here. So for this I have to put a backing. So I'll put the backing on top to see how much it takes to get it to this level, and then I'll put the backing inside the spool, and then on top I'll put this braid. So remember, always put the backing inside the spool. So the reel is not full, so I'll use the backing. For backing I'll use a old braid, and I tied a simple knot, and I'll reel it tight so till the spool is full, and I'll show you the next step. So I fill the spool with my backing, and look at the braid. It's not above the spool, and it's not also like less than the cut, you know, which is there here. So always fill the spool accurately, you know. So now I'll remove the backing, and I'll put the backing inside the spool, and on top of the spool on top of the backing I'll put the main line. So I just put the backing first, and now I'll put the main line, and I've been soaking the main line for almost like 30 minutes now, and now I'll put the main line on. So I've spooled my reel full, and you can see how much I spooled. It is not more and it's not less also, so that will help you to cast further. And if it's more, you will get wind knots, you know, every time you cast. So I'll leave a photo here somewhere how much you must spool your line on the reel. So now I'm ready for surf casting for transmission salmon. Let's go.